Hi everybody, welcome back to another Stoneforge gaming video. Today we are going to be taking a look at these molds from Woodland Scenics. Now these molds are a certain type of rubber. I'm not really sure exactly the exact type of rubber, but they are a a single part mold that you would pour plaster or resin or something along those lines into the molds, and you can see right there just from this all of the great details. You've got a bunch of different types of pieces in this first one, where you got some larger long pieces, you got some shorter pieces, and the depths vary differently as well. And when you would cast them, you would pour the plaster or whatever else in, and then you would basically peel those out of there. You would kind of press them out. You can use release agents, you can use all sorts of stuff to help you out in that process, but they do make a lot of different varied sort of rocks, and the detail is very crisp. And you can break them apart if you need to or want to make some different sizes. Now this is more of a rock face, which again it comes apart the same exact way. You would just peel it out of there after you cast it in there. But this one would be really good for making maybe rock faces like a cliff or a cave or something along those lines. You can see how many little details and things like that are in there. I've actually got a little bit of plaster left on there as I had tested these out just to see what they were like, and they look really cool. And they work really well. So again, the rubber that they're cast in is actually is soft but strong, and will allow you to kind of work with them a little bit more. Now you will want to be careful, as getting some of these out might be a little bit hard. As you can see here, it's taken me a decent amount of force to get that out, and they will eventually break over time, but I've had these for probably about a year now, and they have not actually broken on me. They've been fine this entire time, and I've probably cast, I don't know, maybe a dozen times out of these, and they look really good when they're all said and done. Now you guys might recognize these from the pieces of that I did for the how to paint realistic rocks video that I did a little while back. You can see these are a little bit chipped because they've just been sitting down in my basement for a while. Again, these are plaster casted rocks that I did, and I haven't coated them with anything additionally to make them stronger or anything, but this comes right out of that rock face mold. Now you could break these apart, make much larger sort of pieces that you could kind of stitch together and do really whatever you can imagine with them. That's the great thing about these molds, is that it's pretty much whatever your mind can come up with. You can see all that detail that's in there, every little sort of rock, and all that sort of that one's a little more of like a sedimentary sort of rock, but really cool looking. This is one of the larger pieces from the other set. Again, the detail is still very crisp, and this one actually shows you how it can actually come out with some of the deeper pieces, because the tip of it is a little bit longer. This is actually a piece that at the end there that actually broke off. I just painted it up like it was just meant to be that way, but it actually broke off in the process of getting it out. No fault of the molds. It was just it was actually one of the first pieces that I actually cast, and then so I didn't really know what I was doing. Again, these are rubber molds from Woodland Scenics. They will basically be good for whatever you can think up of as far as for any of your rock projects. Again, you can work with them in plaster, in resin, pretty much most of the different type of casting materials that you might be using. Thank you guys for watching this Stoneforge gaming video.